Hey guys, I'm Coven, and you're watching Lynnlife. Make sure to subscribe and join the family. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is really exciting. I actually have two Lucianas at the moment, and I'm going to be comparing them on camera because, much to my surprise, they're like wildly different in ways that I never expected, and it's kind of interesting, and I thought it would make a good video and it would be very, I don't know, just kind of something that people might want to see. So before I get into that, I want to talk about something real quick that I know I'm going to get a lot of questions about, and that is all the stuff going on in the American Girl community in the last few days with the leaks of Girl of the Year 2021 Kira. I know I'm going to get questions if I'm going to make a video about it or talk about it, and the answer is no, I don't plan on making a video about it. I feel like there have been a lot of other American Girl YouTubers that have covered it really well, and so I'm going to be linking two of my favorite YouTubers down below that have made these videos, Kyla and AGIG, Izzy, and I think you guys should go check out their videos, but I don't really feel that I need to make one since they pretty much covered everything, and also kind of I have a similar opinion as they do. So I will still be covering the entire event of her release when I go to the American Girl place in January. I'll be buying Kira, I'll be looking at her collection and vlogging the entire thing, so that will be coming. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So before we actually show you guys both Lucianas, I feel like I kind of have to explain how I got in this position of having two in the first place. So basically, a couple weeks ago, I was browsing the American Girl website, as I do way too often, and I saw Luciana was on back order, and I kind of freaked out because I knew that I kind of wanted Luciana, so I ordered her real quick, but she was back ordered until the 18th. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, you know, we'll see what happens. And then later that week, I actually ended up going to Costco for the first time, and if you guys knew, I got Gabriella and Luciana and one other doll, and I basically decided, okay, if I can get Luciana in person, I can actually pick out the one that I like, because there were lots of options, and I don't have the best track record with American Girl sending me the best dolls, so I was like, I can just pick her out and then come home and cancel the order, because I still have to the 18th before they even ship it, so I could just cancel the order. Well, I got home after picking out my Luciana, checked my email, and saw that I had a shipping confirmation that they had sent out the new Luciana. So I now have two, and my original plan was to either, I was hoping that I liked the one that I bought at Costco, because then I would have just sent the one from American Girl back, but if I liked the one from American Girl better, I was going to sell the one on Costco online. But I'm just very confused because unlike typically with these kind of dolls where like they're the same, just like with some weird defects or something, no, these dolls look completely different. And let's take a look at them. Alright, so here are both of my Lucianas. I am going to be renaming the Luciana I keep, and I have a problem. I'll explain it all at the end, but anyway, here are the two Lucianas. The doll on the left is the one that I picked out from Costco, and I can tell because she's definitely more uniform and perfect, like her face is very symmetrical, she's got really nice eyes, just overall looks really cute, well made. I definitely picked her out for a reason. The Luciana on the right is the one from American Girl. Now, typically my complaints with stuff like this is that it's the same doll, just inconsistent. But with this, I'm not even angry because, like, they're two completely different dolls. They don't even look like the same doll. Like, take away the outfit, and I'll zoom in on the face in just a minute, but they look entirely different. They don't look like the same model. So I'm wondering if American Girl, like, switched the design halfway through her being released or something, because I'm wondering if the Costco doll was, like, from the very original release, and then the one on the right is one that they made more recently, and so it has a different kind of, like, skin tone or something, because they are completely different. They've got entirely different features. The doll on the right definitely has a smaller forehead, which, you know, can happen with the wigs being placed differently, so that wasn't the biggest deal to me. But the face coloring is completely different. She has a lot more face paint. Her lips are pinker than the doll on the left. She's got darker eyebrows. Her eyes definitely have more like white to them, which is the new eyes, which I don't really like. But her hair in her wig cap, I can already tell, is pretty curly. Not like actually curly, but they didn't put it in there right, so it's kind of like dented, which I don't really care about too much, but just something to be noted. And yeah, I just feel like she looks completely different. She definitely has a cuter, younger appearance than the one I picked out, but the one I picked out is like overall probably nicer looking, so I'm just very much confused. So let's zoom in on their faces a little bit. So here they are up close, and whenever I consider things like this, I always have to take into consideration the fact that I am a very serious collector and that I may pick up on things that most people would not, that maybe I'm just being picky and it's not really that noticeable. However, since getting them, I have shown several people without saying anything, pretty much anyone in my family I've shown without saying that like, oh, they're supposed to look different. I just say, hey, look at these two dolls, what do you think? And always, every person I've asked, they're like, that's not the same doll, right? And even though they're wearing the same outfit and they are technically supposed to be the same doll, they don't look the same. It's very obvious from up close if you look at their eyebrows. Even the eyebrow shape is different, but the shading is completely different. The doll on the right just overall has more life to her, I feel like. She's definitely more interesting to look at. However, like I said, the doll on the left that I picked out is the one that I think is more uniform and cute, so I'm struggling with which one I want to keep. But that being said, it's very interesting to me. And it's so funny because I know that I have a reputation for kind of like calling American Girl out when they, you know, do things like this, but even I'm not upset. Like, I just don't even know what to do because I'm just completely like caught off guard on which doll to keep. Now, if the doll on the right had perfect eyes, I'd probably keep her and then just get rid of the other one, but the fact is I really like the other one and how uniform she is. And so I'm thinking at this point, as ridiculous as this might sound, I think I'm going to be keeping both of them and customizing one of them. I'm just not sure which one I'm going to keep as Luciana, but the other one I do have a plan for. My current thought process at the moment is I'm either going to be keeping the doll on the left as Luciana, or I'll be keeping the doll on the right as Luciana, but if I do that, I'm going to have to switch her eyes with the other Luciana because I don't like the new eyes, and I'm just not sure which one of those things will happen, but whichever one I choose to customize is going to be getting amber eyes with and maybe a black wig with bangs, and I'll turn her into kind of an Egyptian doll, but I'm not really sure what's going to happen or which one I'm going to do that with, but either way, I thought it would be interesting to show you guys. The other thing I think is the most noticeable in person, and I don't know if it'll be as noticeable on camera, is how drastically different their skin tones are. The doll on the right is significantly darker than the doll on the left, which I actually really prefer. I prefer the darker skin tone because the one on the left just looks a little bit washed out. But either way, I don't know. So let's take their hairnets off. Alright, so this is the first Luciana, the one that I got at Costco, and I am very hopeful and very excited about her hair because out of the two, I think her hair looks the best in the hairnet. I decided not to unbox them on camera because I do have a lot of other unboxings that I will have up on my channel soon, and I just felt like it wasn't necessary, but I know you guys love to see hair wig removal, not wig, what am I saying? Hairnet removal, so there you go. Her hair actually got stuck in the hairnet here, so I just turned the camera off, but I'll show you guys what she looks like at the end. And here is my second Luciana, and up close you can definitely see how strange her eyes are. They're definitely not perfect, and I'm hoping that it's just because the eyes were put in weird, so if you guys have ever tried to eye swap a doll that had this kind of problem, please let me know if it was actually the eye socket that was the wrong shape, or if the eyes were just put in weird. Her hairnet came off easier, but you can definitely see her hair is more of a mess. Alright, so here are both Lucianas outside the box. Like I said, I'm not upset with the difference of them. I think it's actually pretty interesting. It's not like they just messed one up and the other one's supposed to look the same. Clearly, they were designed differently. I'm not too upset about that. I wish I kind of knew why, but either way, don't really care. The thing I will say though is with American Girl, with the weird eyes and just like the issues in the wig and like that kind of stuff, like the Luciana I got directly from American Girl does have some issues in the back of her head with her wig kind of popping up. It makes me sad because American Girl is such a reputable brand and people used to love it, used to adore it, and lately the quality has gone down. I've made videos on this before. It's not because I'm hating on them. I just genuinely don't understand what's happening, why they're giving up on themselves, because really that it does seem to be what it is they're not caring about their own brand anymore. They're slipping through the cracks, they're letting this quality control just not be where it needs to be. And it makes me sad because if you think about things like Apple, like Mac, when you buy an iPad, you don't need to go through every box at the store to ensure that you get one that works right. You just trust that when they give you a box, when that person working hands you a box, that that iPad is going to work as well as every other one. And it's just so sad that we feel the need to go through dozens of dolls to find the correct one. I just feel like that needs to change. But like I said, it doesn't really relate to this video because I'm just fascinated how they look different, and how their eyebrows are different colors mostly is the big concern here, because I personally love the Luciana with darker eyebrows, but the Luciana with lighter eyebrows overall is just a little bit more elegant. So let me know what you guys think about this whole thing. I know I get a lot of kind of comments and stuff, a lot of spam comments of people leaving hate comments about how I'm just being rude and awful towards the brand. But genuinely, they're the only brand I've ever been loyal to my entire life, and I want to see them succeed for years and years to come, and I hope they're still around for 10 years from now. I believe that they could be. I don't know that they believe that themselves, and I hope that they're trying to step up their game, and this coming year they'll make some really positive changes. But that being said, I hope that you guys got something out of today's video. I hope you found it interesting, because I certainly did. Let me know which Luciana you think I should keep. Tell me what you think of Kira, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys!